If you want to make sure you get that, you should subscribe. That way you can always get the videos, right? And it will behoove you for your alertness to do the little bell thing, because we all know that YouTube can be a little when it comes to getting our subscriptions in sometimes. Anywho, we are back on our mystery trip, and what we have going on today is going to be multiple parts, because otherwise this will be forever long. But we are going to be doing one of those mystery things, and this is the fall of the House of Asher, which, of course, as you can see here, is Edgar Allan Poe. This is going to be a play on the fall of the House of Usher. This is a puzzle-solving murder mystery. So let's get into that. I just did this tutorial, and my mirror is still in the way. We're going to put that over there. And let's get into it. So it comes in an envelope. If you've ever had like the Hunt a Killer, they come in a box. Let's see what we have. I will read the back of this. It says, "The Asher family's legacy." I'm sure there's copyright reasons for this. "Legacy dates back to more than 2 centuries. The family patriarch, Broderick Asher, built a vast fortune in the 1830s, commissioned to the construction of Asher Hall, and was even reported to be friends with Edgar Allan Poe." Oh, really? Now, nearly 200 years later, the house owner, Carlton Asher, has summoned the entire family for a dinner party to celebrate the discovery of a lost Poe manuscript that was gifted to Broderick Asher by the author himself. That would be pretty cool. It's like somebody goes, "Hey, do you know that a really famous author, Edgar Allan Poe, gave like great-great-great-granddad a manuscript?" Yet, things go horribly wrong when the family members begin to be killed off in gruesome ways by someone going by the name of the Red Death. Mask of the Red Death, if you don't get it, it's an Edgar Allan Poe thing, and the fall of the House of Usher is another Edgar Allan Poe manuscript. Can you unmask the Red Death before the entire Asher house is eliminated, or will you watch the destruction of a historic family and serve as witness to the fall of the House of Asher? All right, so it says 1+ players, 13 up. It says it takes 150 to 180 minutes. Internet required. Okay, so we're going to have to look up stuff online. All right. Hello, lovely humans. Welcome back to my channel. What? Oh, you really like this makeup look? Oh, thank you. There's going to be a tutorial up on it soon. Thank you so much. Spoilers coming up, because we're going to be solving, or trying to solve, who the Red Death is in the fall of the House of Asher. So, I don't know if the best way to do this would be to point the camera down, or, oh, I wish I had a second camera. That would make this so much easier. And anytime we need to go online, I will be sure to record it on, in any other YouTuber's video. This is the point where they would launch into some sort of sponsorship. I just have some green tea. It's by Bigelow. And I don't have anything else in it but green tea. I don't have any lemon or honey or anything. And I also have a bottle of water. It's just great value. The thrilling content you came for. Let's get into. Alright, so loving the artwork. We got our raven. We got our skull. We got a heartbeat. A lot of references. We got a wine thing over here. So there's the black cat. There's a lot of references to Edgar Allan Poe work. We got The Telltale Heart. Of course, we have, quote, The Raven Nevermore, Cask of Amontillado. Okay, so when we open it up, we get all this. It says start here, so we're going to start there. It says compare everything in the mystery to the contents list. Okay, so I'm going to go through and make sure we have everything we need. I don't think I need to film that. So very important, this says to read everything. Our mysteries are equal parts storytelling, puzzle solving, and good old-fashioned detective work. Help. You never know when a detail, no matter how small, might be important. Look for items that connect. If you see a strange symbol on more than one document in your mystery, maybe their uses suggest that those items fit together in some way. Our puzzles and the crucial pieces of information needed to solve them often fall into this category, so keep eyes peeled. Okay, so we're looking for synchronicities. And follow your instincts. Majority of each mystery contained within the contents of the mystery. The majority of each mystery is contained within the contents of the mystery. I should hope so, Deadbolt. However, there are external components that appear at times, like websites, and as a Deadbolt detective, you must follow all leads. I don't know how I feel about being called a Deadbolt. Don't be afraid to use the hint files. I'm not afraid to use hint files. I'm not. If people are like, it's cheating, it's a tool, and if I need it, I'm going to use it. His work on the back. I don't know if this is a part of the mystery stuff or if this is just a cute little collector's piece. Then we have the beginning brief. We got a map. We had, look at these two characters. Got Virginia Clements. LaSalle. He's foreboding, isn't he? Don't judge a person by their photo. Who receives which mask? Okay, so we have masks. Quite cute. Do we need our own mask? I have masks. Do we need our own? Fall of the House of Asher. It looks like a sticker with kind of a broken bust of Edgar Allan Poe's profile. We've got a black cat. There's information on the back of all of these, but holy peaches, do I have to read all of these on camera? Is that what we got to do? We'll see. Okay, we got a QR code with a melting skull, which looks really cool, but also creepy. Skulls scare me. A whole slew of the people. All right, who we got? The people. We got Madeline Duppin. I love those earrings. Listen, I don't know who you are, but if you could tell me where you got those earrings, we can be friends. Augusta Asher. Okay, this is one of the Ashers. Horatio Allen Black. He looks innocent, which makes me think he's sus. This kind of boy next door honor student vibe that he has going on. Beautiful girl, and that means she's scary. This is Lenore Asher. Look at that eyebrow. She has an eyebrow. She's got some secrets. Look at that top, though. We're loving that. These people got some fashion sense. Perkins Saffrewhite. This is Perkins. Hello, Perkins. He's got a bit of Undertaker going on, doesn't he? Hello, Prospero Asher. Oh boy. You see the way he's doing that thing with his tie? Like, did he tell the photographer, make it look like I'm adjusting it? Because he's looking at the camera. It's not like he's looking down or has an awkward face. Does he think he's being quirky? What do you got going on under your hat, sir? We're going to find out. And Carlton Asher, the Chad of the Asher family that is still living. We have our beginning brief. Oh, these are pretty. Look at this. It's a photo. Is it a card? Oh, it's a card. It's a postcard. Look at that. I like that. Okay, oh, we got a QR code and we got a combination lock. Okay, we got 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and then we have our solution. Spoilers ahead. Do not open until instructed to do so. We will put you aside, little solution. Taunting us from the background, daring us to get it wrong. All right, case brief. Let's get into the beginning brief, shall we? Oh boy, this is a whole bunch of stuff. Do you guys want me to read all of this? I don't know what to do. So the entire first paragraph was the paragraph that I read on the back of this. So you've missed nothing. We are a forensic specialist with the local police department that has been invited to confirm this manuscript's authenticity. Okay, so that's our big mission. Okay. It's given me a lot of credit. Let's see. This provides you with a chance to possibly see an unpublished story by one of the favorite authors of all time and creator of the modern detective story, but allows you to pull back the curtain on one of the area's most enigmatic families and see what makes them tick. You won't be officially participating in the festivities, but be more of an observer. Okay. I know I was like, oh, I'm not going to read it out to you, but here we are. Hey, this says the weather outside is terrible. Look at these skies. We just had a bit of a downpour, so the sky isn't as gray, but more gray clouds you can see back there are moving in. This is exactly the kind of night that Poe would approve of. According to this, it wouldn't be a big deal except that the entire Asher family makes it seem like it was cut off from humanity, separated from civilization by miles and miles of forest. Okay. In interest of theatrics, Carlton Asher had planned to unveil the manuscript at the stroke of midnight. Yet, no one has seen him all evening. Instead, when the clock chimes to mark the appointed hour, a black cat wanders into the middle of the dinner party carrying a bloody note that has been tucked into its collar. You also can't help noticing that there appears to be blood on the cat's mouth, yet it appears unharmed. You've heard the Asher family has a flair for the dramatic. You aren't sure if the appearance of a black cat is a nod to the Poe story, The Black Cat, or if the animal is simply a pet that normally roams the hall of Asher. Technically, you aren't law enforcement, but everyone looks to you for guidance on how to proceed. Talk to LaSalle, Virginia, and the other guests to get started. Alrighty. I like how I started that off with, I'll just summarize. Never mind. Here we are. Where's my drink? So, start off by talking to the guests. We got a black cat. Where's that black cat? Didn't we get a photo of a black cat somewhere? Let's find out about this black cat, shall we? Oh, this is the note attached to the collar. Got it. Family deserves to fall. Before the night is through, I will make sure that happens. All of the liars and cheats will pay. When the sun rises, you will have witnessed the fall of the house of Asher. I've made a change to the game for tonight. In order to access the safe, here is the correct order of names. Perkins, Horatio, Carlton, Prospero, Lenore, Madeline, and Auguste. Once you know their mask, color, and number, you should be able to gain access. Ah, oh, jeez Louise, and cotton candy, peaches, mahogany, carrot cakes. Right. Supplies got... Oh, I dropped the Poscas. Okay. I have an idea. Okay, we got our names. Perkins, Horatio, Carlton, Prospero, Lenore, Madeline, August. Or, I don't know 100% how to pronounce that. So, the note suggests that once you know their color and number, you should be able to gain access. So this says this is the correct order of the names. In order to access the safe, let's see. Let you get a look at that. Okay. These were the two names that were at the front. Like, when we took everything out, these were the ones right up front. So let's start with LaSalle. Hello, LaSalle. Oh, he has a cute little earring in his ear. Good day and welcome to... Oh, this isn't talking. Good day and welcome to Asher Hall. My name is LaSalle. I am the butler here, and I am at your service. This cat, which has appeared unexpectedly, is known throughout the house as Jupiter. He belongs to Master Asher and can typically be found near his favorite spot right beside that dreadful bust that sits in the chamber. I was certain I had to put the cat up for the evening, but it's possible that Master Asher let him out. At this precise moment, I am not even sure where Mr. Asher is, but I think it would behoove us to find out what Jupiter has been into and clean up this mess before Master Asher shows up. The Mask of the Red Death is Master Asher's favorite Poe story. He even incorporated the story into the evening's festivities. In the story, there are 7 rooms that are each represented by a different color. Master Asher instructed me to assign a colored mask to each partygoer in the order they arrived. He insisted on being included on the list. He also planned a little game to unlock the wall safe behind one of his paintings that contained the Poe manuscript. However, I got sidetracked and didn't manage to keep up with everyone's comings and goings. We need to determine who receives which mask by figuring out the order that people arrived. That would help immensely when Master Asher does show up. I would hate to disappoint him. I've laid out the masks in the correct order. The first to arrive is the far left. If this business with Jupiter and the Bloody Note is something Master Asher has cooked up for the purpose of the party, then I think it would make sense to do as the letter instructs. Perhaps Virginia would know more. Maybe speak with her and see what she has to say. All right. Hey, Virginia. What you got? Oh, dear. I'm really not comfortable talking about Master Asher or any of his affairs. I don't know why LaSalle told you to ask me about anything. Master Asher trusts me to keep his secrets, and I am very loyal. Master Asher trusts me. My mother, Amelia Clemens, was his housekeeper, and I lost my place. Before me, my father died when I was just a girl, and the Ashers took my mother and me in. We've always felt certain closeness between the two families that instills a certain sort of loyalty. We are like one big family. Of course, my mother's mental health dwindled over time, and she eventually hung herself when I was just a teenager. To my surprise, they asked me to take over for my mother after she died. The only things I feel comfortable telling you are that the first guest who arrived a little after 9, and that Jupiter is not allowed in certain parts of the house. Oh, where's the map? Map? The second floor is strictly off limits to him, and he hates water. That's a note. That's a note. That's a note. We're making scribbles. And we're going to get a different purple color. That's what we're going to do. Master Asher, there's also, of course, the locked room that nobody but Mr. Asher has access to. And he keeps the key on him at all times. So Jupiter obviously doesn't go in there either. Other than that, I have been doing my best to make sure Asher Hall is in tip-top condition and clean as a whistle. I dusted the dreadful creature that is displayed out with the plants in the conservatory. I fluffed the birds' feathers in the nursery. I made sure to polish the glass that protects the poem that Carlton is so proud of. Honestly, in a room full of books, he only cares about that. I even polished the pendulum. I've tried to convince Master Asher that it should be moved, not right there as you walk through the front door, but he won't be persuaded otherwise. I really wish we could try to call Master Asher and find out where he is, but I'm afraid all of the phone service is out at the moment because of the storm. Or maybe he's installed one of those signal jammers to prevent everyone from using their cell phones as a way of building tension for the evening. That is just the sort of detail that he might think the evening needs. All right. Okay, so locked room. Key on Asher. We need to give the mass. These are the. It says that this is the order. Is this the order that the guests arrived according to the note? Where's Perkins? Perkins. Let's talk to Perkins. Man, I'm going to have to remember all these voices. I heard a lot about this family over the years, and now I finally get to see its eccentricities up close and personal. And before you ask, no, I'm not one of them. I'm the head of the Satterwhite and Sons Publishing. Carlton asked me to this little soiree under the auspices of selling me the print. Oh, okay. That's important. That's a note. Selling me the print rights to this unreleased Poe story. If it's authentic, it would be worth a fortune to the publisher who acquired the rights. Of course, at the time I said yes to this invitation, I had no idea he was also inviting that little worm Horatio. Ooh, okay, that's we're gonna put that in red. Where's my other red? And of course, no mistress evening in a mansion is complete without a massive thunderstorm. In that regard, the weather is cooperating splendidly. I've never been here before in my life, but I can tell you that when I arrived here just ahead of Carlton's older brother, I saw the cat near the bust of Pallas. All right. Okay, so. No. Okay, so. Let's talk to. I told you that this fellow looking was smarmy. Let's see. I think we should talk to Carlton. Okay, so there's 3 Carlton boys. We don't know which one is the older brother. So let's talk to... Actually, let's talk to Horatio. Let's see, what kind of voice do we give this guy? Perkins is livid that I'm here. Although he is trying hard to keep his composure. He thought he was the only publisher that Carlton invited for the festivities, and yet here I am, representing Goldbug Publishing. We're a much smaller player in the industry, but what we lack in volume, we make up for in style. And we do have handsome limited edition numbered and lettered volumes that are very exclusive. Gold gilding, tipped in end papers, slip cases, the works. We aren't for the masses, and our prices reflect that. Do you really think it's possible for a long-lost Poe manuscript that has been collecting dust in the Asher family archives all this time? It stretches the imagination. I hope Carlton Asher has a backup generator. The way the storm is going outside, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose power. That would make for a perfect setting for a murder. Oh? I wasn't the first, nor was I the last to arrive. August was here when I got here, though, and I'm certain of that. I did see Jupiter sniffing around Carlton's framed autograph of Annabel Lee.